Are now being recorded. Welcome to the internet, people.
Hello, internet.
First thing on our list is financial update. I know that we were waiting on Jackie, and I don't see her here tonight. But we're working on doing some cleanup of our books this weekend, so we'll have that sorted out hopefully and give much better information next month.
But we're still going to give a summary because no one cares about the full report.
Okay.
But the full report will be available on the forums.
Okay.
Forums are active.
I will work on that tonight as well.
Forums are now.
Right.
Do you have anyone to
notice?
Get the lights up.
For anyone to notice.
You mean to come back to it?
Continue. Just get the meeting
So,
going.
Suraj. Hi.
Ready?
Oh, okay. Hi. What's up?
Very short meeting.
So Suraj is going to be doing the ops-led portion of this. So if you want to come up to the front and discuss all the ops-related things that are going on.
You want to borrow this?
Yeah. Yay, Suraj. Hello, people. I recognize all your faces. These are the new people here. I'll just sit right here, right in front of the camera. That's terrifying. Yeah, so we're going to dump the purge table tonight. So I think there's nothing really on it.
There's a microwave.
There's a microwave on it, a broken microwave with a very nice message on it.
I wanted to throw that out 3 weeks ago.
You
Yeah.
should throw it out now.
I
It's got your
was
name on it. It's got my name on it, technically.
Well, now's your last chance.
But it's also Katie's name on it, so she gets half.
No, it didn't. I took that shit off.
We're live, Katie.
Fuck.
Okay, please clean up after yourselves. Apparently you've had some messes in the bathrooms. Just look down at where you defecated and make sure there's nothing really there. Just kind of easy stuff. What? Clean up after yourself. Yeah, what he said.
We don't have janitors.
Bring a pressure washer into the bathroom. Don't do that. Yeah, so we don't have janitor. We all clean up after ourselves. Please clean up after yourselves. It'll make it nice and not smelly in there. And the lab's only as nice as we can make it. So if you want to vacuum the floor if you see it's dirty, that's fine. You can do that. You can change whatever you want in the lab as long as it's reversible. So you can.
And that you're willing to reverse it.
Huh?
And that you're willing to reverse it.
And if you're willing to reverse it, yes. So don't punch holes in the walls with a sledgehammer.
Unless you're willing to reverse it.
Unless you're willing to patch the hole and paint the wall.
Just please don't do it.
Yeah.
Let's just be more specific. Modifications on the same day.
Yes, on the same day.
On the same day.
You can't leave it that way and leave.
Not several months later.
That's about it. In terms of like cleaning the lab and stuff, you can clean the bathrooms if you want. We have all the cleaning supplies to do that.
They are in the bathroom.
They're in the bathroom. You can vacuum the floor if you want to. We've like 6 vacuums over there somewhere.
In the FamiLAB.
In the FamiLAB, yes.
There are 2 or 3 vacuums in the FamiLAB. The one with the blue handle is best at carpet because it is industrial.
Yes.
But you have to care about the grain. So if it seems like it's giving you trouble, rotate it.
It's a vacuum. We've got some wet wipes and cleaning detergent underneath the sink over here. You want to wipe the tables down after doing something messy, or just clean the tables because we're makerspace and it probably gets kind of filthy. Other stuff you can sweep the warehouse if you want to. If you made a lot of chips, you want to clean up a little bit, that's fine. You can do
And
that
even
too.
if you don't want to clean up after yourself, do it too.
Yes, it's good to do it anyway.
If you make a
You
mess,
should
clean it up.
Do it anyway.
Leave it
Yes.
better than you got to it.
When you
Yes.
found it.
And I think that's it for stuff.
Show and tell. Suraj.
Show and tell. There's probably 5 people here that aren't on the board or ops. So there's anyone else want to show something off? What you got?
That I'm hanging on to.
Yeah.
Most of these are not finished being painted. One of them is, because I brought up one specifically. So that mic's over here. If you want to pass it around or something. I don't know how this works.
Normally pass it
Typically,
around. So that is
Typically, you
the.
stand in front of the camera
Oh
and
yes, you
talk
stand in
about
the
what you
camera
did.
and
I have to do this. Okay. So this is the Hunter's Knife from Destiny. On Bungie's website, they actually have some really good reference photos with scale for house players and stuff. So the actual design and dimensions are basically exactly what they should be in the game. Printed it in 2 halves, broken up into 3 sections, just so I could fit it on my print bed, and then lots of gluing and sanding and paint later, and it looks half decent.
Cool.
And it's quite sturdy, surprisingly sturdy actually, because it's just PLA.
Okay, well, it's not easy. Not bad.
Yeah. If you want to take a look. And then,
Don't stab anybody with it.
Oh, I was gonna do that.
You can do it now. Do it. You can do it.
That is like reasonably pointy.
Got you the rib.
it's,
When it comes to
I
Bible
wouldn't
fair.
try to stab somebody with it, because you might actually do a little bit of damage.
Little bit.
Is that, Halo? This is also
And here I
Destiny,
thought it
this
was
is the last
Bible.
dance. So this is just held together by friction at the moment. I'm still painting it. It's got decals and stuff that needs to go on it. Again, just PLA. This one I did a little bit of epoxy resin to help smooth it out and made me not have to sand as much because I was starting to get arthritis in my hands. It was bad. And I've got it set up so there's little things where springs can go on it, so it's actually slightly functional. The trigger in there is going to have a spring on it, and the magazine has a little steel plate in the bottom and some magnets, so it just comes in and out. So this I should hopefully be bringing along to the booth at Maker Faire to show off when it's done painting. But right now it's just held together by friction. And then I'm just painting stuff for some friends. I made some little clone trooper helmets and a chocobo. And the paint on that is awful because it was a gray primer and the acrylic is not covering well enough. So I'm going to prime this again, and I got some latex paint that should cover better. So it's not green, it's yellow.
He's in front of the camera. It's fine, Kyle.
I can see myself. I don't know if you can see me, but I can see myself.
Yeah.
So did you print this stuff here?
No, I have a Maker Select at home.
Okay.
Which is basically an i3, i3.
But you could print any of these items in the FamiLAB.
Oh yeah, stuff like the knife would be a lot easier because I could do it in one go. That'd be a lot easier, especially like the pistol where I had to literally, that section, you can kind of see there's a line on it. I literally had to cut it in half because it was just that much too long to actually fit in the bed. So printing it in here probably would have made that a lot easier and stronger. And saved me a lot of time gluing. So, but yeah, I sort of made it work. Anyway, I have painting stuff in the lab to hopefully finish this tonight.
And we should have
Stuff.
we should have a lot more show and tell next month because everyone should have their projects ready for Maker Faire.
They should
Yeah.
have been
They
done
should be done.
after
Well-
Maker Faire.
It's some of
I
us
don't
started
know
them
if
last
it
week.
helps so much as like drink heavily
Yeah.
but
For the record, we've canceled next month's meeting, right?
No, next
Cancel
one's
the
open
open
house.
Open house.
the meeting's
The
still
open
on.
house is like
The
3 or
Tuesday.
4 days.
It's like 2 weeks
before
after.
Maker Faire.
So week after.
Hi Suraj, what do you have?
That's,
Oh,
that's.
I have a thing. It's
'Cause I had
something
some
I
people who were
designed
asking
like
about seeing the
4
lab.
months ago. Hey,
I'm
I'm gonna throw this heavy thing at you.
He's letting us know that the open house is still on the calendar.
Oh, sorry about that. Thank you.
I was doing actual important stuff.
It's okay, because if I threw this, then I won't have to work on it anymore. So it's okay. This is the thing I'm working on. It's for a music festival next week. It's it's like on a totem, so it's going to be mounted on like a PVC pole. And the idea is that this side is an infinity mirror. I'm working on the aluminum angle on that today to mount 60 LEDs along the rim. On this side's got a 256 LED matrix, so I'm still working on it. But the overall thing is I spent 3 months designing it and left it alone for 6 months. And now I'm starting to work on it again. I need it in a week. So hopefully that's it.
So it's gonna be an infinity mirror with a sign inside of it?
Infinity mirror on this side and a sign on this side.
Okay.
Yeah,
So is it gonna look like those stop signs up at Winn-Dixie?
it could. Yeah, yeah. I don't see why not. But hopefully it works. If all goes to plan, I can put it in Maker Faire and make a nice little beacon for literally everyone to see from a mile away.
We have
Because
faith
this
in
is-
you, Suraj.
Huh?
We have faith in you, Suraj.
Yes, because these are very bright. And don't turn these on in the dark at full brightness. I couldn't see for a little while.
Are we seeing stars?
I was just seeing bright orange dots. Yeah, that's my thing I'm working on. It's fun. But now Katie has something to talk about for Maker Faire stuff.
Does no one else want to show stuff?
Nope, I don't think there's any.
I have nothing to show except for my sharp wit.
Mine's
I'll
just
fix
dull.
the calendar in a minute.
I'm
gonna be the
doing it
lazy
right
one
now.
to take and see. All right, Maker Faire.
I thought this was discussion time with Katie.
Hi,
You need a
Katie.
big puppy chair.
Or a drink. All right, so
Arrange.
so for Maker Faire this year, we are doing something very different from what we've done the last 2 years. The past 2 years, if you're not familiar, we had a giant circle booth, and the middle just always ends up kind of cluttered. So it did very well at showing like what members' projects were with FamiLAB, but not so much at looking good. So this year, FamiLAB has one booth and one booth only, and we're gonna see about making some signs for members' tables that just say like, I'm with FamiLAB. So if you're, well, yeah, I'm with FamiLAB, Theta FamiLAB, because why not? So if you're exhibiting, get in touch with somebody in the Maker Faire channel and just be like, hi, I need a sign. Let's see, what else? I don't know if there's much else. We need volunteers. So far right now, Saturday morning, we have 3 people, which is good, but 1 more would be ideal. Saturday afternoon, we've got 2, so 1 to 2 more would be great. Sunday morning, we have 2, so 1 to 2 more would be great. And Sunday afternoon, we have nobody at all. So if you can donate 1 hour to 4 hours, whatever, please do. We desperately need people there, and we're trying to avoid having like 1 person work the entire day, so you can still go and enjoy the fair and see all the cool stuff. There's loaded, yes, Chuck.
My question here is, if you're at your table where you have your stuff,
Yes,
how do you volunteer for FamiLAB?
you don't. You focus on your projects. That's the whole point of Maker Faire, is to have your project, show off what it is, talk with people about, you know, what it does, how you made it, all that stuff. And for the past 2 years, there's been a lot of, well, I have a booth, but the FamiLAB booth needs somebody. So people slide over and then their booth gets neglected. So we're hoping to just have the FamiLAB booth manned by somebody who does not have a table, doesn't have a Power Wheels, doesn't have a robot, stuff like that. But that requires volunteers, so volunteer please, if you don't have a booth. Things, there's load in and load out. So if you can volunteer on Saturday, or sorry, not Saturday, Friday. Yeah, if you can volunteer on Friday to help load the truck and then unload the truck at the fairgrounds, a couple more people would be great. And we'll need to load stuff in at the fairgrounds Sunday night. And then we're unloading Monday morning so people can go pass out. It's just gonna be a long weekend. So can't help, do help.
Load in, load out does not cover access to Maker Faire, right? Only if you're covering the table for those 4-hour shifts, right?
Yep. So if you want access to the fair for free, you need to volunteer for at least 4 hours. And that only gains you access for that day. So if you want to volunteer for 4 hours on Saturday and somebody else is volunteering for 4 hours on Sunday, I will try to work out the logistics of grabbing the badge and giving it to the other person. But we'll see how that goes, because that adds a little bit of extra work, but will make the Maker Faire people very happy.
Or have your own exhibit, or be helping with someone else's exhibit.
Well, yeah, if you help, like, if Chuck needs somebody to man his booth when he's racing Power Wheels, and you are one of his helpers, I don't know how you're doing things, and you're his helper, you get in free, but for us, you need to do at least 4 hours.
So this is the FamiLAB grouping right now. These are not necessarily in their final places, but it is those 6 there.
Who's shaped up CNC?
Shapeoko CNC. That's probably not FamiLAB, because I don't know who creative CAD CNC that, maybe Dave Woods.
That's
So you know what, it looks like it's 3 aisle and then the other 3 is also us, because I'm on that other side too.
Yeah, so that may be the way it is.
We will definitely be moving those around.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how
Yeah,
that's how it is. If we need, we
I don't
can't make
think
majors.
those 2 are with us, and Shape, whatever, CNC.
Shapeoko.
RB
Shapeco.
Designs and Myers
Also
are creative. Is that
not
who you're
my-
talking about?
I don't think those are ours.
They're labeled FamiLAB, so they said they were.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll work it all out. It'll be fine.
So yeah, so those are the people who have registered for FamiLAB. You got these high play and the big balls at the top. Those are both FamiLAB as well, technically. That's Shay and Mekulik. But the other ones are us.
Oh, Orlando IoT.
So that's us. We can rearrange in those zones, but we really can't drastically change the layout at this point.
Well, that's why we're sort of doing the not giant conglomerate. It makes it easier for Maker Faire, makes it easier for people talking to us, makes it cleaner, yada, yada, yada.
Where's me? Where's me?
I don't know.
What are you under?
Did you add
Ring the
FamiLAB
bell.
as your grouping?
I did?
Are you RB Designs?
No, I am ring the bell.
RB.
You're somewhere.
Bell.
Well,
okay.
I don't see you there.
Could RB be ring the bell?
I would double check with the Maker Faire people, because if they miss you, then we can make sure you get moved. They can maybe swap out one of the other people to move them around, like maybe Clearwater Radio can swap with you or something.
Okay.
Okay, go CNC.
Well, the RB Designs, it could be ring the bell.
I don't
It could
think
be.
they would change the name that
Well,
drastically.
do you know your exhibit maker number? You probably don't.
No.
Um,
Who knows?
It is in your mail though, but.
One.
So anyway, the FamiLAB table is basically just gonna be a display of some of our stuff and a map
Yeah.
behind it.
We'll have some goodie bag. Oh,
Because we wanna point
That's
out
what
that
else.
Lily's did.
Yeah,
Lily's
hold
with
on.
us.
Just for a little bit other clarification. So, this is our smallest exhibit space that we've ever presented at Maker Faire as far as a conglomerate design of stuff. But in the past, we could just recommend, or we could just ask for as much space as we wanted.
yeah.
So we asked for like a 30-foot by 50-foot space, and then we filled it. But the problem is that they have to have track of everyone who has registered and everyone who has exhibited, or everyone who is exhibiting, so they know what's going on. If you didn't register, there's no space. There's going to be over 400 makers this year, and so it's going to be packed full. It will be very tight. It will
Does
be
that mean
very
next
full. It
year
will be
we
very
might get
sweaty.
the billion for power goods?
What?
Does that mean next year we might be able to get the billion for power goods?
It's not out of the question.
That'd be nice. So one last thing that I forgot. I don't remember if it's Wednesday or Thursday before Maker Faire, but it is on the calendar. If you are volunteering, we're having a non-mandatory but very highly suggested meeting to discuss all of the finalized logistics. So
Thursday,
if you'll be
7 p.m.
Do you have the exact date?
The 8th.
that one. So if you'll be volunteering at the booth, it'll go over kind of what's expected of you, what you need to do, like key phrases that are good, key phrases that aren't so good, because there's a lot of confusion between FamiLAB. It just kind of happens when you're this big.
We are not FamiLAB.
Yeah.
Anarchy.
We're not FamiLAB or FamilyLab, where 4 a.m. iLab. And if you're loading in or loading out, it'd be a good idea too, so we can try to figure out logistics. But I think that's it. So, yeah.
If anybody wants to
Yes.
volunteer and feels so compelled to
Oh,
sign,
yeah.
always needs some love.
Volunteer for soldering if you know how to solder and can teach people. And if you want to volunteer, there's a link.
That
There's
Maker
a
Faire
link
website.
being spammed everywhere.
And if you don't know how to solder, we can give you a 15-minute crash course,
And
and
then
then
you
you'll
can
be a
teach
step
anybody.
ahead of them.
And if you want to volunteer for FamiLAB, there's a link that will be spam posted probably every other day to every day from here on out until we have enough volunteers. So look for that. Yeah.
When I,
So if you're doing one, you can't
do the other.
What?
So if you're helping at the booth, you can't also help the solder.
Not at the same
Not at the
time,
same time.
but on the same day you could.
Or one shift each day or something.
Oh, so you just want
Yes.
to do
Session for
when I volunteered,
It's not a class.
But
it's
I'll-
it
continuous.
required that I select one of the
It's 5 minute
options of one of the things I was comfortable
continuous.
explaining.
I'm still
Oh,
working
and
on the
I
layout,
wasn't
but
sure I was comfortable
goes
explaining any of those,
constantly
but
bullshit.
I don't think soldering was one of them, because I would have picked
Well,
that.
soldering is a different thing. Soldering is run
Okay,
through
well,
Maker
I'll,
Faire,
It's
it's
a
by
Maker
Maker
Faire
Faire.
and it's
I'll ask.
backed by
I'll
FamiLAB.
take
Yeah.
the
So you
same.
volunteer for the fair and you specify soldering.
Yeah.
So I volunteered for something different.
But you volunteered to sit at the booth, I think. Are you Brian?
Yes,
Yes.
but
Sorry.
explain
You're-
woodworking
Oh.
was, I think, the one I selected because.
I mean, it
You're-
doesn't
you're
matter too
preaching
much, it's just
FamiLAB.
kind of getting an idea
Okay.
of what we should have at the table. Because if we don't have anybody comfortable with metalworking, maybe we don't have metalworking stuff on the table that nobody knows how to talk about.
Well, I was a little curious what it entailed. I was like, this is called sanding.
I mean,
You should have sit and sand and block the whole time.
FamiLAB, you do a whole lot of sand.
so we have a
Whittling.
nice
Sit there
thing
whittling.
to remember.
Start off by dumping a bag full of sawdust on your table, so I've been at this for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm okay. I
Yeah,
selected,
you're fine.
okay.
Is that just the get out? All right, bye.
So we have some upcoming events. I've been speaking with Ian, and he's going to come by on the 23rd. It's kind
Explain
of,
to the newbies who Ian is.
so Ian is the head of Maker FX and of Maker Fair Orlando. So he pretty much runs all of that.
And the former treasurer.
And the former treasurer. He's still a current member here. He's going to come by on the 23rd. So he wants to talk about some Maker Fair stuff, and he also is going to be doing bringing over a bunch of people from Maker FX to kind of do a tour here as well. So it's all kind of to be determined as far as time. He's still working out schedules on stuff. We have our,
So that's a week from today.
To bring my Power Wheels picture.
yes, Power Wheels picture.
Yeah, he made a Power Wheels picture for me.
Just send him a message on Slack.
I'm gonna
I've
be there
been
tomorrow.
bugging him so much.
Katie, ping me Saturday.
Okay.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Do we have a ballpark time as to what it is, or are you?
I'm going to say it's next Tuesday, and I'm going to say the evening.
Right, so same
That's
as
as much-
every other Tuesday.
That's as much of the
Probably
ballpark as you'll
after
get with time this time of year.
Under-
I can tell you when it won't be during his 9 to 5 workday.
Well, even that's not for sure.
That's not for sure. So we have our normal reoccurring events. So we have our monthly modular meetup, which is every fourth Monday. We have radio and electronics build meetup, which is every other Friday. Intro to TCP/IP and InfoSec, which is every Sunday night. We have security night, DC 407, which is every fourth Tuesday. We have the electron microscope workday, which is every third Friday. We have our standard open house, which will not happen next month. It's on the first Tuesday of the month.
If there's not, just let me know in my box.
Okay.
And we also have our member meeting, which will be the third Tuesday, as is now. So we have, that's what we have next month. We have our testimonials and some new members. So we'll start with the testimonials. Are you going to be?
Lily, did you want to?
What?
Did you have a voice in mind?
I was gonna say, did anybody write down the voices from last time?
Sean Connery.
We did that last time.
No, the attendant.
No, yeah,
Roger Moore.
Shitty Sean Connery. Wait,
No, I'll just do a less good version. Dr. Evil.
you do a
Honestly,
good.
whatever voice you give him is gonna end up Scott.
You do.
Oh,
You
wait,
do a good Dr.
Skyrish.
I want you to do Al Pacino and kill.
I was gonna say Irish
That's
Bastard.
getting easier.
I wanna hear Scooby Doo.
Hello,
That
I'm
was-
reloaded.
Oh, I can do Shaggy.
Like, real sergeant, is that too weird?
Whatever.
That is, I think, the least weird thing I've heard
Something in
so
fan
far.
letters.
Okay, that's a good one.
You do you. You do whatever you're gonna
Would you like to take
do.
yeah, take the chair, or I can turn the laptop to you. Here you go. Matt, stay where you're at.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right, that section.
All right, listen, you little nuggets, you need to hear this from me tonight. We got to get through this, and you're going to listen to what I'm telling you about these new members. According to Dustin, Blackheart is, and I quote, a nice guy. Asked about turning off lights, shop AC. He was making things nice, polite, +1 for me. How are you going to convince me of that? Sir, yes, sir. Be quiet, I don't want to hear from you right now. B-Wing Zero says of the same individual, enthusiastic, wanting to learn, making awesome video game prop guns, hasn't shot anyone. Are you gonna make it in here if you can't shoot anyone? Show me your war face. Seems everyone just wanted to talk about Blackheart, so we'll keep going on. According to Mike, Jeffrey has the perfect mindset for our community. He's very willing to collaborate and share his skills with other members, wanting to show what he's made, hopefully to inspire others. I hope so. Jeffrey even took the time to write up an excellent blog post before becoming a member of the project he was working on for Halloween. Jeffrey would make an absolutely great addition to FamiLAB, and I can't wait to work with him on future projects, as long as they don't fail to kill anyone.
I've never felt so proud and terrified.
You're welcome. Lily had to say of this person, yeah, he's pretty cool and makes props and shit, and maybe probably hasn't killed many people, but not totally sure. You got to be sure if there's that, son. If Blackheart ever murders anyone, it will be an extremely well thought out murder that will be amazingly artistic. The judge will cry and let him go. I have never seen him murder anyone. I want to see that murder. All right. That's all.
I think this is Sherlock Holmes Banksy. That's
All right,
what
you're in.
And because of that, you have now completed the process.
we think.
I think there's still some murdering.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Context to that.
We have to beat him with Phil's dear
I've only gotten 6 of my 7 murders. I need to fill out the punch
people.
card.
What was it? Somebody.
No face up here.
Yeah. So for context, somebody once wrote like an out of nowhere testimonial for someone that said, "I have not seen that person murder anyone."
That's been ongoing since I started here.
Kind of been getting carried away with that. Maybe a little.
Was it
Just sad.
Yeah.
We need a fish full of voices.
It's like the.
Dude, that's a good idea.
It's all Mike's
fault. Fucking do it.
Okay, what'd I do?
I'm not sure.
Do you know any good sites?
Oh God! All right, Graham.
I'm sure there's a.
Do you know any good sites?
Voice
Come on.
changer.
All right.
So
we have a few introductions this month.
I'm not sure they're
Is-
here though.
Yeah.
Is Carson
One's-
Green
one's
here?
online.
Hello, someone online.
Is Ryan Caldwell here? Samantha Price is the online person.
Yeah,
All right.
Is she here?
I'm working on it.
They, she.
We're working on that.
Who fixed the open house in like the last 10 minutes?
We're not
Me.
it
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
matter. So
Like,
Pay
it was a-
attention, Katie.
I'm sorry, the voice was distracting.
Thank you.
I don't remember what it was a video of, but there's some video of like a drill sergeant out there that like it's a completely fake thing. It's not an actual video, but it's freaking hilarious. I don't
You mean
remember what
internet
it's called.
You like
Full Metal Jacket.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, is it the one where a drill sergeant's talking about his watch not keeping the right time?
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't seen it in like 6 years.
Yeah, more
We
bass.
need to work on your
It's
base.
Yeah.
great. And
You
I
need
really
a full
didn't
voice
consider it.
down
I mean,
here.
it's some breast support.
I mean, I
You
just,
know,
I
you
probably
know,
stand
the other day.
trying to-
Yeah, it was very airy.
Unless I really, really like an
Well,
actor.
the whole thing you just I bet there's only a voice down there.
Okay, so
Have the.
okay, so technical problems persist. So Samantha will be on the laptop instead of the cast.
It's almost like a real person.
So Samantha, you can unmute your mic and talk. Video would be good too.
Should we all move closer?
We're really just being pranked and there's no one there. We're gonna sit here for 10 minutes.
It's another infinity.
She says, "Hold on a sec."
You should all join around.
One moment.
We need marshmallows.
I feel like it's story time now.
It's gonna be so exciting when it happens. That's what she said.
No, that's what she said. It never happened. I think she got scared. Oh no! It was too much murdering. I don't know if I want to be a member of FamiLAB. They kill people. Or they don't kill people.
No one kills anyone.
That's the
I
problem.
have not
Too
known
much
anyone to
paperwork.
murder
No
anyone.
one's ever.
Oh yeah, don't murder anybody
died
on property. 'Cause
inside
I
this
am not
building.
doing the paperwork.
Out beyond that
I gotta
tree.
switch computers.
Out beyond the tree in the parking lot.
The alibi's already there.
Okay.
So the other two are not here. While we wait, we want to do a quick financial report and just get out of the way.
It's coming up on the laptop. It's coming up on the laptop.
Would you like?
Story time finance.
Sure. Yeah, like the most boring story time we could go
Who
with.
shows the pictures?
I'm gonna draw a stick figure giving me money. All right. In the last month, we had 6 people leave and 4 join. The ones who left were mostly because they let their PayPal lapse or screw up and didn't answer the multiple treasurer emails. Please make sure your PayPal email is the email you're checking, because that's what I've got for you. Although anybody who's given us an alternative email, I email that too. One of those people moved cross country. Do you know about the other one? The welding.
Rage quitters? Any rage quitters?
No, only 2 in our history.
Okay.
Or 2 since I started keeping track. About that.
Well, yes,
but rage quitters are
They were not murdered.
Too much
paperwork.
Also murders. That was my next question.
So welding class brought in $150. That was the only class taught for caches last month. 125 active members, including family members. And then our electric was not a high score because our previous high score was July of this year. Our electric was just under $1,000, which is relatively normal-ish for the basic size in the heat.
Thank you, Jamie. And Samantha, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Loud and clear. So, tell us what do you want to achieve by coming to FamiLAB?
Well, there's actually quite a bit. First things first, I'm in the middle of building a bunch of furniture, mostly starting out of wood. There might be some metal components, might be some fabric and everything eventually. So that's what I'm working on right now, and I kind of really suck at doing it at my home. So I would appreciate some assistance from basically the equipment, and of course there are people there that probably know more than I do about what I'm doing. I saw the project on the website about the lawnmower. I really, really want that. I need it needs to be done. So, and you know, my husband loves chainmail and metalworking and all that stuff. So it's basically where we're at right now.
How'd you find us?
I was looking for a makerspace because I needed to get out of the house and do stuff, basically. You guys were the best one that I saw that matched me the best. Like, I'm not.
She might be a murderer.
Do you clean up after the murders?
I have people that do that.
Excellent.
Oh,
let her in.
But yeah, so you know, there were some that were like very artsy, and while I'm kind of an artist, I'm not that much of an artist. So I didn't want to do that. So yeah, and I liked that when we toured the lab. I liked that we had a bio lab because I had no idea about that, and that's pretty cool. I've done microbiology in my past, so.
The two bio guys in the room are excited.
Regarding the murdering, he's just a friend. Sorry, here.
How many cells have you killed in your life?
Oh, geez. Lots. I actually, with micro, I worked at Daytona State College almost 20 years ago. So, you know, a long time ago with Dr. Nair, and did some DNA studies on bacteria, basically, for the most part. So.
I have so much cytoplasm on my hands.
So, what do you want to teach us? Or what could you teach us?
Thanks. There's probably quite a bit in the long run. I'm really good at picking up on things, researching them, and then executing them. So, yeah.
So back to the executions.
So we're gonna hit random on YouTube and just whatever comes up.
Clean up.
What's your favorite color?
I have to admit it's green, which is generally how I dye my hair. So.
Who's your favorite doctor, and why is it Christopher Eccleston?
You fucking still hot though.
Yeah.
Give it 10 minutes.
He's also hot. I hit that.
My favorite doctor is actually the last one.
Well, Jodie Whittaker or Capaldi?
Capaldi.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to admit, before that, Tennant was, you know, up there. But then Capaldi kind of won over. So
anything not 11 wins, really.
And he was my first. He was awesome, but there were better.
It's just bad writing, Mike. It's just bad writing.
Matt Smith had some dark moments.
In the same vein, do you have a favorite fandom? Could be books, literature, anime, TV shows, movies,
Colors.
Colors.
Shapes.
Fur.
I think shapes turns like starts to venture into fetish.
Well, I mean, a favorite. Doctor Who's pretty big. Harry Potter's been big in the house because my niece is 6, so she Harry Potter and she's obsessed. She Hermione costume and like she wears it every time we go out. She's got curly hair, so it works. So Harry Potter's been pretty big.
Cool.
So if your niece is 6, do you know the Baby Shark song?
No.
I it at everything I possibly could. If I see it, I shut it off. I don't want to know.
Is there any other questions?
No, I'm good.
Thank you. Okay, so that kind of brings the meeting to a close. There's nothing else on our agenda.
And with that, we're done.
Volunteer for
Thank you
Maker Faire, or else.
joining, and you are now a member as soon as you receive the email. Pay her. Who do I get a badge?
You'll get an email with
Samantha, thank you for introducing.
Thank you.
Hope to see you at the space soon.
Make sure, just review if you haven't had a chance the membership process so that you can definitely do everything the right way. So if you're not aware, we have a testimonial system. Probably you're aware of this. But I just wanted to make sure that was something.
If you want your testimonials read by a drill sergeant or something that devolves into Scottish almost every time. Sure.
You can also put that. You can also ask that put on your testimony.
Oh God, we need a new form.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
And break.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.